Hello and welcome to QuestCraft. This is a mod that has been made that adds quests into the game that can be customized on the world. So let's get started. So first off, you need to create an NPC to add a quest, and so you can just do this with like a spawn egg right here, and it makes a blank NPC. And so with these, you can customize them and change their name and what they look like and what they're holding. So if you just right click with a stick, this will be changed in the future to something else. And then you can change his name up here in the top bar. On the bottom, you can change his texture. So let's change that there. And there's only 2 textures in right now, but more will be added in the future. And you click apply, you see it changes. And then there's spots for armor that you can add on. And so far, there's only the bent staff that can be added. No other armor has been put in the game. If you put it in there, you can look around and see, he's holding a staff in his hand. Next thing with NPCs is that you can add dialogue to them. So let's look at an example of that. Right now, if you just right click, there's nothing there. But if you right click with the dialogue editor, you can add text and choices. So if you add text right here, this is the page number that it'll render with. So 0, you should say something like hello. And then you can add choices. So if I add a choice here, choose this, and then this is what it renders with, and then over here is the page that it will change to, and I can click 1 and then add another one here and have this render with 1 and say chosen this. Create another choice, renders on 0 and changes to 2 that says choose this instead. Add another text box that renders with 2, chosen this instead. I go back and look at it, and you see right here, then you can click on the choices, choose this, it'll say chosen this, or chose that instead, and it'll say chosen this instead. Along with this, we'll go over Anthony. Along with this choices, you can add other things that it can do, so you can type in item for a choice, and you'll need to have that item in your inventory for you to be able to click on it, and it'll consume it. Money, you see the currency down in the bottom right corner is gold, silver, and bronze. And so you need to have as much money as you put in here to be able to do it. And then there's also quest, which obviously will add a quest to the person. You can click here, it'll add quest, and then give. The text will be when like you don't have the quest yet, and then when you have the quest, what the NPC will say. And then another being added is quest dependent, so text will show up when you have a quest with like a different NPC. And then finally, vendor. If you click that, it'll say something down here, and this is the text that will render. Say, come buy something. And then if you right click here and then click on it, it will open up the vendor screen, which you can sell things in here, and then in later releases I'll make it so that you can add items to it and then change the prices for each one. So there's that. So let's make a quest now. So to make a quest, you're going to start out and open up a command and say /open new quest. And type that in, you'll come up with this screen right here. So this box over here on the left will be the quest name. So let's just do video quest. And then to the right of it will be the money. So say it's worth 1 gold, 10 silver, and 15 bronze. And then these two don't have any function right now, but in the future there will be level restriction and experience points. And then down here is the description. So this is the video description. Go talk to Tim. He will tell you what to do. Then type that, and then there's item stack rewards. So these are like items that you'll get when you complete the quest. You can add them. So let's just do arrow, and then this is like the metadata. Just put 0 for arrows, and then 15, and then wool, and then if we want like a different, so I think light blue is 3, and then just put 3 there as well. And then you're gonna want to click over here to tasks, and you can add tasks that need to be completed for you to complete the quest. So let's do the first one, talk one, and we'll put Tim. And so if you make a talk task, it can be completed by completing the dialogue on a NPC. So I have another NPC set up as Tim, and if you complete the dialogue on that, it'll complete the task. And then we'll add a collect task. And this will just say that you need to collect so much of this item to complete it. Little egg. 0, say you need 3. And then we're going to put a kill. And so kill is like the entity that you need to kill. So we're just gonna put Murloc, which is the only entity added to the game right now. We'll put 3 of them. And then for this one, we're gonna want this to be dependent on the task above it. As you can see, the ID or index is over here on the right. And so this is 2, and this one's 1, this one's 0. And if we want this task right here, the kill task, to rely on the collect task, we're just going to add one of these and put 1. And then if we want this to rely on 0, we're just going to add this and put a 0. And then you need to click back on the quest and click create, or else your quest will not be created. Now you can see if it's created by typing in /open quest list, and open up the quest list, and we have 2 in here. And if you click on one, you can go back through and change things, but just after you edit them, you need to click create again, or else it won't save. So now let's add this quest, or let's go over and create the dialogue then for the rest of the quest. So over here we have Tim. We can add dialogue to him. And so we're just going to start out with, hello, did Jim send you? Then we're going to put one choice element, change the page to 1, say yes, and no. 1, 2. And then we're going to add 1 for each. Alright. Select 3 eggs. Then kill 3 murlocs. And then if it says no, we're going to have this render with 1. We're going to have this one render with 2. And then we're going to go back up to the one that says yes, and since this one will complete the dialogue, that's what you want to say if you actually have the quest, we're going to put complete here. And then that will complete it, and so it will say that the task is completed. So if we go back here to Jim, we can go back in, and we'll just change one of these to quest. And then we'll change the give, which is like what Jim will say if you do not have the quest yet but can get it. So take this quest. And then if you already have it, and then you're going to click right here where it says change quest, and you can put a quest in there. We're going to put video quest. And if we get out here, since we can receive the quest, there's going to be an exclamation point on top of his head. And so if you right click and it says take this quest, open up this screen which will tell you the rewards: 1 gold, 10 silver, 15 bronze, 15 arrows, and 3 light blue wool, and give a description. You can click accept and it will give you the quest. Now that you have it, a question mark will appear saying that you have an active quest. And if we go back in and try to turn the quest in right now, we can't complete it because we don't have all the tasks done. But if you now you can open up the quest log with L. That's the default for that button. And you can click on it and you'll see that Tim Talk To is not completed yet. And the other 2 tasks that we added aren't showing up because we haven't completed Tim Talk To. So we're going to go do that now. So if we talk to him and say no, and as it said earlier, that did not complete the dialogue. If we go back in, it's not going to be completed. It's still 0 out of 1. But if we go in and say yes, and come out and look back, it'll be completed. And since we already have 3 eggs in our inventory, that is also completed. But if we throw them out, we have 0 out of 3, and then pick them back up, it is complete again. We have 3 out of 3. Now to kill the murlocs. So these murlocs weren't spawned with a spawn egg, they were put in an area. So you can set up areas, block areas, which is where entities can spawn, like custom entities, and set those up yourselves. So by doing this, you can type in /open area list, and you can see I have 2 in here, and if you click this one, it will add a new area that you can edit. And we're just going to click on this and look at it. So you change the name of the area right here at the bottom, and you need to change the name to something unique. And then these 6 numbers are different coordinates. So this line right here is the first block coordinate, and the second line here is the second block coordinate, which creates a rectangular area for them to spawn in. And then you can go up here and click add a spawnable, which will add a spawnable that you can add in. So like I put in murlocs, and then the 0 is the minimum level, 5 is the maximum level, which will be added in the future. We'll do something in the future, I should say. And then the maximum spawn limit in the area, which is 3. And then here's another one. Just delete that. And if you come back out, so now, as you can see on the quest, we need to kill 3 of them. And so we'll do that now. So show up as 3 of them. So now that we have all the tasks completed, we can go back and turn the quest in to Jim. Click on that, and then if you watch the gold and bronze or silver and bronze down the corner, it will go up and click complete. And then if we look in our inventory, we should have more arrows and more light blue wool. So that's all for today. This is a work in progress mod, and I'll have more in the future. Thanks for watching.